This is Eliphaz's third and final speech. Is not your wickedness great, Job, and your iniquities without end? You've stripped men naked, given no water to the weary, withheld bread from the hungry, sent widows away empty, and crushed the strength of orphans. You even say, what does God know? You think God can't see you? Why don't you yield now and be at peace with God? Then good will come to you. It seems weird that Eliphaz says all these things. As God said in the beginning, Job was righteous and blameless in all his ways. Job replied, I wish I knew where I might find God, so that I could present my case before him. Surely I would give good arguments, and he would pay attention to me. Then I would be delivered from my judge. But I cannot see God. No matter which way I turn, he seems to be hidden from me. I have not departed from the command of his lips, I tell you. I have treasured the words of his mouth more than my necessary food. Bildad speaks again. He ignores what Job just said about the wicked prospering and defaults to comparing man to a maggot. Psst, no help there. Job rebukes Bildad and talks about the greatness of God. God stretches out the heavens. God hangs the earth on nothing. God quiets the sea with his power. Job recognizes that the very air he breathes is from God, and he refuses to compromise his integrity and righteousness. He also said that the earth is full of God's treasures, and we must seek his wisdom. Job still hopes that God will vindicate him. Good thoughts there, beloved. Keep seeking God, and you shall find him. You know, says Job, there was a day when I was on top of the world. Oh, how I wish I were as in months gone by. God watched over me. His lamp shone over my head. By his light I walked through darkness. The friendship of God was over my tent. My children were around me. God was with me. People respected me. They listened to me. I delivered the poor. I helped the widows, cared for the orphans, and broke the jaws of the wicked. Now look at me. I am mocked and taunted by those who are younger than me. They abhor me and spit in my face, all because God has loosed his bowstring and afflicted me. My soul is poured out. I am in constant pain. God has cast me into the mire. I have become like dust and ashes. I cry out to him for help, but he does not answer me. I thought I was doing the right things, helping others, etc. But now days of affliction confront me. My skin turns black on me. My bones burn with fever. I go about mourning, and there is no comfort for me. Oh, Job, hang in there. God's not done yet. Job tries one more time to assert his integrity. I have never cheated on my wife. I have not walked in falsehood. I have taken care of the poor, the widows, and the orphans. I have clothed those who were without clothes. I never gloated over my wealth. I have never worshipped the sun or the moon, only God. I do not even rejoice when evil befalls my enemies, nor have I cursed my enemies. I have opened my doors to the traveler, and I have never hidden my sin like Adam did. That's all I got to say about the matter. I just want God to answer me. Job was an upright, blameless fellow who feared God and turned away from evil, just like God said at the very beginning of this whole matter. There was none like Job. I wouldn't want to have what happened to Job befall me, but I hope that I could be like him, upright, blameless, fearing God, and turning away from evil. Thank God, Job's 3 friends are done speaking. You know, they only had one view of God, and that is that God punishes the wicked and rewards the righteous. Their whole argument was to get Job to confess his sin so that God would restore him. Job continually protested that he was innocent. Now a 4th man steps up to speak. His name is Elihu. He is years younger than the others, and so he waited out of respect for the elders to speak. Now Elihu is going to give his opinion. A lot of people have opinions without knowledge. That's a dangerous thing, because whatever is espoused has no fact behind it. We very often don't know the whole story, but still form an opinion about the matter and then go around blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Back to Elihu. He basically said he listened very carefully, but the other fellows didn't know what they were talking about. He asked Job to pay attention now to his words, and that Elihu would teach Job wisdom. Well, there you go. To be continued.